I just wanted to make a really short kind of impromptu video before I go to work about my Reaper. Well, it's a special one. It has the Purge blade on there from BlackBalisong's other knives. He's the maker of this thing, and it's absolutely insane. I jumped on the opportunity to get one as soon as I saw Death Flips post his review. I said, oh, I want that, and I actually had a buddy who was getting rid of his, and this one had the custom blade, and I love the kind of Bowie / like harpoon blade kind of look. And I thought, yeah, why not get it? It's a little bit more custom. It's not standard. It wasn't anodized. I did this myself. It turned out pretty good. It's starting to fade just a little bit, but it's like that beautiful, like light blue, almost diamond when it's all cleaned up. So that's absolutely insane. And just the sound. I haven't heard a standard Reaper that sounds like this before. This is just an... It's just insane. So how it flips versus the standard, I don't really know. It is a little bit blade biased because I believe the standard Reaper is just neutral. I think that's what it was. It was like fully neutral. So this one, yeah, it is a little bit blade biased, but I like that. I'm a little weird. I also love my Medusa V1, which is also a little bit blade biased. This one's a little bit more so than that, I think. At least in my hands it is. Someone else could flip it and say, what do you mean? That's the most balanced? Nah, I think it's blade biased. I love the thing this way flips. The flow isn't so much that good as just the ability just to do whatever trick you throw at it. And just the sound too. I end up half the time when I'm flipping it just doing sound tests. It's so nice hearing that ring. But yeah, it does any trick you want it very, very well. There's a couple, because it's blade bias, where I have to kind of adjust to that. I can't keep that same trick or flow without doing it a little bit differently. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But I mean, this thing is just awesome. I would highly recommend any of BlackBalisong's knives, because my friend had a Rebola. I traded that. I had that for a little while, and that thing, when I got into a good flow, it felt better than my rep. It honestly did. The only thing that I didn't like is how thick the G10 was, like on the handles, how thick it was. This has almost the opposite problem, where it's almost too thin. No, I really do like it. It's really a bit of a smaller Balisong. Let me grab my Medusa. Just got the Cerakota, by the way. Super cool. Yeah, it's a little bit, I'm comparing them side by side, it's a little bit shorter. Just a little bit. Massive blade, though, but it's a little bit shorter. But it still carries momentum incredibly well. It's super, super light. I don't know how light it is off the top of my head, but it's very light. I've never had a Tsunami or flipped one before, because I was too chicken to ask at Blade Show a couple years ago. But I feel like this is how it would flip, minus the blade bias. It just does every trick so well. Now my Medusa has better flow. This thing almost demands a flow. When you're going, you just don't want to stop. It's just so nice. And it does every trick really well, but this one does any trick I throw at it even better. Just not as good of a flow. Maybe that's just because it's not as heavy. Maybe just because I need to learn how to actually flip. And no, this is not flipping. I've done the same 10 tricks over and over and over again for that one person watching that thinks I'm cool. I'm not. If there is even one person watching. But I don't know, regardless, I really love this thing. I need to spend more time with it, really learn and understand it. One thing that I absolutely love, aside from the blade, is just the machining. It's just so pretty. And one thing that makes my brain go, ooh, cool is not like the flat handles down at the bottom, like a lot will just end flat. But this one's kind of like a cool like hex thing, and the jimping is so grippy. There's not a lot there. You don't think that it would do a lot, but it is so grippy, especially being sandwich construction. There's so much grip there for doing ladders. It will not fly out of your hand. And how on the spacers, the jimping continues down and onto the bottom and the sides. It's so cool. Such a cool design. I really, really love it. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. If you've made it this far, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had nothing better to do with your time. But thank you. And if you ever give me your time again, I hope it's a better video. Peace.